So, Michael, no, this is a lot. There's a lot going on with this team. But what does Dak missing time mean for the Cowboys moving forward?
Moving forward, listen, we already knew this season was in peril, right? They were already in a tough situation, hoping to win that game somehow in Atlanta and try to get 500 to get going. That didn't happen. Things went even more south with Dak getting hurt, CeeDee Lamb getting hurt. So the season was, I said it was hard to find hope. And it felt last week like season ending when you lost that game. Now here comes Cooper Rush. And the Dallas Cowboys over the last 3 years average about 30 points a game. That's tops in the NFL. And the problem is, and I've talked about this before, they need more help on offense. Everything works off scoring points. Even that defense works better off scoring points. So you didn't go get the help. We're up on the deadline right now. Just imagine somehow to add to the mess that is already the Dallas Cowboys, Cooper Rush, who played pretty well in the absence of Dak, somehow finds 30 points a game. Now we're talking a whole new situation here. Boy, and Dak just got all that money. If Cooper Rush can find some ways, and that's my far-off hope, that Rush can come in here and rush in some points and do some winning. I don't know, but I'm going to hold out hope on that, though, because Rush did do a good job when Dak was out before. So, but it can lead to more problems if he does come in and play well. That's the whole issue moving forward.
So it's kind of a...
Catch-22 is what they call it.
Win/lose, yes.
Right.
So you're
you
saying...
can win and lose, you can lose.
And just usher in more chaos, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because then if Cooper Rush is... Well, because if Cooper Rush comes in and plays well, then they just paid Dak $60 million a year.
What are you doing now?
I'm not doing anything. I'm going to pay him his money. He's going to be my quarterback.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why I say this is because you see the frustration around this organization.
Yeah.
Right now. You see the situation that's going on and the turmoil within the organization right now. If anybody can come out, and I don't know, it's probably impossible. But if Cooper Rush can get that offense going and put up 28, 30 points, that's going to stir it up.
There's nothing you can do.
What's that?
As an organization, there's just nothing you can do. Dak Prescott is going to be your starting quarterback when he is back healthy, and he'll be the starting quarterback into next year. It's just the reality.
There's always something.
So what does the injury mean for this season then?
Look, the fact that he's not there says a lot. He has a hamstring injury, but they have a backup quarterback in Cooper Rush that has won games in this league. Once upon a time, 2022, he was 4-1 when Dak Prescott missed time, right? And he did a good job. The playbook was condensed. One of the problems is that guy, CeeDee Lamb, going to be available? Is his shoulder going to be held ready to go after the bye to help Cooper Rush out in this situation? But if not, Eagles, Texans, Commanders, the next three. They can really be 3-8. That's saying something, though. That's because Nico Collins is due back. We obviously know what Philly is. We know what the Commanders are. The Cowboys right now, they got a lot of turmoil, man.
They should be 3-8. That's what we're talking about.
They may,
the starting quarterback.
They may go 3-8, but Cooper Rush has won in the league. And if he could somehow figure out how to maybe get a Texas team that's struggling on the offensive side of the ball a little bit without their key receivers, and if he could steal that one, you just never know. But I got him 3-8. I'm just giving.
Okay.
No, I'm just giving both sides of it, though,
Right.
Joy. I don't want to be all on a Monday just all doom and gloom because sitting here listening to Michael feels bad for him,
We're not being
I
honest
appreciate
today?
you feeling bad, but it's doom and gloom.
We're past doom and gloom.
Yeah,
we're past that.
We gone.
Whatever's after that, that's what
I'm trying to help him, man.
Hey.
I had him at 3 and 5. So
darkness retreat. That's where they at.
I'm just trying to help him.
What does Dak's injury mean for the Cowboys season?
I mean, if there was any optimism before it, it's all out the window right now. I mean, what were the expectations with Dak? And now you have to consider, now they're going to say, we're going to hear things like this when they're 3-8. Like, well, if Dak had been healthy going next year, well, maybe they would have turned it around. But their problems is not only Dak. The problems are at the top all the way down. You know, from the moves they didn't make to the offensive line to no running game, and now Ezekiel Elliott, he's going through whatever he's going through. It's just it's a reality show in all honesty, and the ratings are up in Dallas, and so I didn't have no expectations. What does this mean for the season? It's pretty much this season's over.
And we talked about it at times when the Cowboys started a game and all the pressure's on, they're not playing well. Then when everybody takes the pressure all off late in the game, oh, they're making a run. Now, Key, you just mentioned it. They condensed the playbook. Everybody starts tightening down the things that, oh, we thought we could do all of this, but we can't do it all. Now let's tighten it down. Let's condense the playbook. Let's get the ball out of his hands quicker. They do more sound things with Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
And if that produce winning, then that's going to produce an issue.
But this conversation,
like, people are going to say, why is that happening?
But you know the conversation just like before, right? When he was going 4-1, that playbook was condensed. When you have a Dak Prescott, the playbook opens up because he can do more things than Cooper Rush. And you say, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense because you winning games with a condensed playbook.
Right.
But coaches, they don't have the restraint to say, let's stay doing this sort of things. And then they open it back up. And then when you open it back up, it doesn't work to your, it does not work to your benefit.
The mentality would be that if you're being paid that kind of money, you can handle more of the playbook.
Yes, that you can handle it. You can. But the problem is it's not me handling it, it's the plays that you call. See, everybody points to the player when the playbook gets open.
Right.
But it's really about the coordinators and Mike McCarthy who's calling it because now he thinks I got more to work with when you really don't. You should just be calling the stuff that helps you win the game.
So
it's all about individual gifts too now. Dak has certain gifts that Cooper Rush doesn't have. But then Cooper Rush may have some things that Dak doesn't have. And I'm not in the meeting room. Cooper Rush may have an ability to be a better pre-snap reader of the play and be able to get the ball out quicker. Can they go to a quicker game to help that offensive line? So there are things that you got to look into and say, can I use a Cooper Rush type quarterback here? How can I put it into this system and get production out of it? And we've seen it have success before.
Well, as long as you don't punt the ball from your own 40 when you're trying to be slick, instead of just going for it, maybe you can win the game. But that's a whole nother conversation.
I'm with that.
Wait, so you guys actually sound
right.
a little optimistic about the situation.
No, we just giving you.
I think
we just giving you it all. No, we trying to give it all to you. We don't want to just be doom and gloom. We trying to lay out some facts that could potentially salvage a little something.
Right. That's another way of saying that you're being a little positive because you had them at 3-5.
Oh yeah, I hit my 3-5 mark. I'm good now. They can do whatever.
I think the NFC wildcard race is going to be way too tight for them to get things back on track in time to make it to the playoffs because they're certainly not going to win the division.
No.
Right.
And you guys are saying that Cooper Rush kind of gives you an opportunity to sneak win a couple of these games.
Yes, Cooper does.
I think he does.
Cooper has an ability to win some games. Now, will he
done it
do it?
before.
Put Patrick Mahomes behind that offensive line, and it's going to be the same thing. I'm telling you.
See, Paul,
that's just what it is. No, they have no run game. They can't block. So how are you going to have time to manufacture any kind of offense?
Early in that game against Atlanta, what they did, they went hurry up. They got to the ball. They got the line of scrimmage. They kept snapping the ball. That helped the offensive line. They were throwing a lot of quick, short passes. That's just an extension of the run game. Dak was very accurate with those plays. So that was all to help the offensive line. They can continue
once
doing
you get
that
behind,
stuff.
you start losing.
And now there's the issue. Okay, but there's the issue. They moved the ball. The problem was at 31st in the red zone. They didn't get the ball in the end zone. They didn't score touchdowns. And now once you get behind, then the problem starts.
That's when the problem starts, and it's been like that all year.
No, they moved the ball. They just didn't cash in when they needed to.
How shocking was this loss?
I had them losing. So
you had them at 3-5. So
it wasn't shocking.
And it was shocking because listen, I've liked Atlanta all year long. I've talked about this young team. I've talked about how smart they were to go and get Kirk Cousins, to go and get Kirk. And even though to get a quarterback even later. So now they got that candidate now and later set up. So they're going to be great. You know what I mean? And listen, what I saw yesterday, the hope that I thought the Cowboys had was when Michael Irvin left the game. Drake London left the game. I said, oh, okay, we got a shot. Michael Irvin going out of the game. And then, of course.
Drake London is Michael Irvin?
Well, I love Drake London, boy. That's a physical beast, man. I don't know if he can get in and out of that 5 route like I can, but everything else, we right on point today. We are right on point.
You was high coming out the 5, too, though. You know that, right? You was too high a lot of times coming out the 5.
I wasn't no too high, man.
Your chest was way up there, man.
You couldn't win on that 5 route. 5 route is 17 back to 15. Your mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, niece, and nephew could know I'm running it. Y'all still couldn't stop it all together. All together.
He had to stop. Look, he had to stop. He had to stop at 17 back to 15. Downhill. Hey, man, my wrist.
Oh, that's right. You got that bad wrist. I'm sorry, I gotta watch that wrist you got, buddy.
Oh, man.
He was working out and hurt his wrist, y'all. I told him.
Man, will you stop just closing
That's
everything?
old man stuff right there, where you just lift the weights and your wrist start hurting. You are officially in the old man world.
Some workout warriors up here. You guys all just need to do Pilates.
Man,
You know what I mean?
Joey, move the show along. I get caught up in this dude up here to my left.
By the way, now and later is your favorite candy, right, Michael Irvin?
That is, I love now.
He's always bringing up.
I sold them when I was a kid, man, until Chuck and the bully tried to take them from me. Yeah.
Yeah, he feels it with type
How did that work out?
He always brings us up.
Yeah, Chuck.
How impressive has Kirk Cousins been, Paul?
Kirk Cousins, I'm telling y'all, he is the most underrated quarterback in the NFL. I had him winning the division, Atlanta. And then if you give him the ball late, I mean, because I've been watching him all year, he's one of the best in-the-game drivers in the league as far as getting you down the field and getting you in the end zone. I think enough has not been talked about Kirk Cousins. He's throwing touchdowns. He had three touchdowns, no interceptions yesterday. I mean, he does enough for you to win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to be great every week, but he does just enough to keep you in the game and then get you over the top for the most part. And that's what I like about him. He's not making the mistakes he's had in the past, and he's doing everything he needs for his team to win.
He's a good quarterback, but he need everybody. For them to get to the ultimate prize, he's got to have everybody else be better than him. He can't be the best dude on the field for the Atlanta Falcons to advance anywhere other than the division. It's the reality of it. You look at his career, you say, well, what is he doing? He's doing the same thing he's always done. When you look at the same way he played in Minnesota, I'm not even going to go all the way back to Washington, but the same way, with the Vikings, he averaged 264 yards. Guess what he's averaging with the Falcons? 259. It's the same thing. Same thing. His passer rating was 101 in Minnesota. It's 102 here. It's the same thing.
Well, he's a great regular season quarterback.
Yes.
Great.
That's what makes you great.
He's a really good regular season quarterback.
That's why everybody else, Joy, has got to be better. They can win the Super Bowl, believe it or not, if everybody else is better than him.
And they do have a lot of great talent. I'm a certified Kirk doubter only because of the postseason. I think what he's capable of doing during the regular season is spectacular. That's why he constantly gets paid the way he does. Yeah. That's why teams are always willing to take risks on him. That's why Atlanta took a risk on him, because, again, he also had an Achilles injury.
Right.
The difference is he looks like the same guy coming back off of the Achilles injury.
Yeah,
Everyone else is not doing the same.
He needs a dominant run game and a hell of a defense.
Like a hell of a
defense. But they have looked really, as a whole have looked really good this year.
He got some things right now. I thought Kurt, the Washington days, I thought he was a little bit of goofy right there, a little goofy on him, and he came through. But then he got to Minnesota, and they started throwing the chain on him. Even though he's still driving the mom's van, he started coming cool. Right now, I mean, he done went from goofy to cool to he Rico Suave right now. You see that tight jaw right there? It looked like a model, kind of like me. And I see him doing the post-game interviews. Kurt looked like, I'm with my team. Kurt, he's never had this kind of talent, even in Minnesota. I love Delvin Cook. I love all those guys, but he didn't have this kind of talent. Young talent he got, man, B. John Robinson was skating, looking like a young Le'Veon Bell, and then he just turned up the field. I was like, he got so much talent on this team, and this dude looks like he has his team's confidence, whole confidence in him. I see a whole different Kirk Cousins. It's his league now. He's feeling confident about himself. I like what I see.
He got that Atlanta on him?
He got that Atlanta on him now. He's a hot Atlanta boy. And they appreciate him over there.
No, they do. I was not sure how this was going to look. I was concerned about the Achilles and how he was going to look coming off of that. and if he was going to be the same level of Kirk that he's been, because he has played at a high level throughout his career.
It's the same
That's
guy.
why he continues to get paid.
Kyle Pitts caught one ball yesterday. Drake London left the game. I mean, you did that. You won that game, played like that without those two talented guys really being there. The whole it's Atlanta has something.
Yeah, they're in control of the division right now.
He down there eating them lemon pepper loos, huh?
Yeah, you know, yeah, oh yeah.
They got the
You
lemon
ain't right
pepper
out
loos
there.
down
I
there.
don't know if we can make those kind of
Best moves in the world.
accusations.
That was
Kirk, I promise you.
He said he went for the
Not
win.
within 200 yards of that place.
I don't think Kirk has dabbled in the lemon pepper
Absolutely
at
not.
all.
Not even close.
He takes the other street
Not even
for
close.
allegation purposes.
Yeah, he don't even go that way.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.